All right, we're recording. Hi, everyone, and welcome to Brown and White's 23 Questions, a series brought to you by Lehigh's Brown and White and the Iacocca Global Village Program. I am Yamelin Jaquez, and today our guest is coming to us from Azerbaijan. I'm so happy to welcome Nurana Gasimova. Hi, Nurana, how are you?
Hello, Yamelin. I'm fine, thank you. How are you?
I'm great. Let's just start this 23 questions video.
Sure.
So first question, what is your name and how old are you?
So my name is Nurana and I am 26 years old.
What is your profession?
Well, I am in investment field. I studied finance and currently I am working for an asset management company.
And what is something that we should know about your job?
Well, the place I work currently is considered one of the top in my country because all the state-owned companies are gonna be managed under our supervision. So we are going to perfect their operations and business and corporate functions, etc.
What is your hometown or your home country?
So my hometown is Barda. It is a small village in western part of Azerbaijan. And well, there is not many things to tell about Barda, then except it has a huge history. And we have a woman called Nushaba who ruled Barda back in 10th century. I believe.
Oh.
Yes. Or I might
cool.
get a bit, I know maybe it's not 10th century. I totally forgot the history part, but there is one thing that they're always telling us that Nushaba met Alexander the Greek. So maybe it's like before BC. Mm-hmm. Just mixing the time, but yeah, so it has a great history and strong women. Currently, I'm living in the capital city called Baku, and my hometown, my home country and the country I am currently working and living is all is Azerbaijan.
Awesome. And how long have you lived here?
In Baku?
Yeah.
I have been living here for about 8 years. I graduated from the high school and then I started my university in Baku and then stayed here.
And what would be your favorite thing about your hometown?
My hometown, I would say there is a river called Tartar River, and it is literally crossing Barda, it is dividing Barda into two parts, and there's a beautiful park in there. So you walk down and then you see the river crossing and then beautiful park with a lot of trees and nice people, very hospitable. So yeah, that is my favorite part, I would say, about my hometown.
And what is something that we should know, something that we might not think about your hometown?
Well, let me say you one thing about Azerbaijan. Now it is a secular country, but majority of people are considered being Muslim. However, we are not practicing it, to be honest. And before than that, we believed in fire. There is Zerdushism, yes, and we have great temples in Azerbaijan, and over there it's always the fire is always ongoing, it never stops. Yes.
Wow. Okay, thank you for telling us that. Have you ever lived anywhere else?
Well, I lived in the United States for a year. I'm a Flex alumni. I came to the States back in 2010, spent a year in Virginia, a beautiful town called Stanardsville. I lived with my host mother. Her name is Charlene, very great person, kind. We still get in touch. And yesterday was my host aunt's birthday, actually. So I believe they will listen to this video, and happy birthday again to you, Betty.
Awesome. It's great to see that you keep a relationship with them still after all these years.
Yes.
And so being in Virginia, what was your favorite part about it and why?
Well, my favorite part we traveled a lot with my host family, and we went to almost all East Coast, I believe. And also the school system was different. And yes, I liked being with different group of people at each lesson. In Azerbaijan, we usually share with the same group of students, but in the United States, it was different. I also like the food. My host mother, she usually prepared it, and she took good care of me. And she also, food was my favorite part. The sightseeing, I have to say, we lived in Stanardsville, and it was totally different than my hometown. Yes, in Azerbaijan, we do have places like mountainous places, a lot of trees like forest, etc. But what really amazed me back there, that I saw deers in our backyard. It is not something that I can usually see in my country. And, like those deers, squirrels, whatever, they are not afraid of people. And yes, it was my favorite.
Yeah, awesome. If you could live anywhere else in the world, where would you live and why?
Well, for that, I have to travel a bit more because it is like, by just looking at videos or like movies, it is, like you might get some ideas that you want to live in that country, but actually you are not. So like for now, I'd like to live in Australia or New Zealand because of its like beautiful nature. However, it is too far away from everywhere. So for that reason, I have to reconsider. I also consider Scandinavian countries because of the social programs there. They value people a lot. And of course, America, because, if you are a business-minded person, that's the country you should be. But for that, like I have only been to United States. I haven't been to the Australia or the Scandinavian countries. So for that, I cannot say exactly where it would be.
Well, you mentioned America, and you could go back to it and say, like, what was your favorite thing? And I think you talked about food. So maybe what was your favorite food in America?
Well, my favorite, I really liked mashed potatoes. But it is not American, but mac and cheese, I have to count because they're countless. Brownie, I liked, and sweet potato, it was the first time I tasted it there. I also liked it. I like the American way of salads and salad dressing. In my country, we use a lot of mayo, but there you are using, like ours is totally different. Like if you have ever tried Russian salads, they are similar to each other. But, and what else? I liked pizza, like there's a lot of variety of food that I liked, but the original food or whatever, I am not sure about it, but peanut butter maybe is like a very American. I still love it, and whoever comes from the United States, I ask them to bring some for me. We like recently I have seen in our markets they are also started selling peanut butter, but it's something unusual to our country. Yes.
That's great. Yay. And what was the weirdest thing about America to you?
Well, when I walked into the school, I saw that kids, they are not that respectful to the teachers, some of them. It is so easy for them to sit and put their legs on the table. It is very unusual for us. Like we respect teacher. Whenever teachers enter into the classrooms, all the students, they stand up, So it was a little bit weird. Even like principal, like when principal comes, we always try to look our best, but there people didn't give any much attention. So that was really weird.
Yeah.
And one more thing I have to mention. So when I came to the States, everybody said me hello, and they are smiling all the time. And I was like, oh, do all these people really know me? So maybe like this is a small town, that's why they've heard about me. That's so cute, nice, And then I realized that this is a culture, you say hello to everybody you are passing by. I
Hmm.
really like that culture because like here we don't have it, unfortunately. But yeah, it was my favorite. But it was weird as well.
Well, that's great that you got to experience that, and it's good to see the comparison between countries too, just like culture wise. So you got to experience American culture and then compare it to like your own culture too. So now kind of going into like different type of questions, but if you could have any superpower, what would it be and why?
Well, I'd like to have magic because whenever I see something, I want to fix it. I want to help. For example, if I see a kitten or, a puppy without mother, I want to give them shelter to all of
Hmm.
them and give them food. And also I like with that magic, I can create it. So, and also regarding people, when I see someone is in trouble, I'd love to help them.
Hmm.
But like I am thinking about social projects about those things. Like maybe I will try to implement some of them in coming future. But yes,
Yeah.
regarding the superpower, I'd love to have some magic to fix and help people and animal in need.
What is your favorite board game?
Well, I like Monopoly because it just teaches you the life rules, and all the family come together, and like it's really good that you are spending time together because at least like 3 4 family members you are playing with, and time passes by, so it's good, like you are not getting bored, and also you realize that it is not really about how much money you have in the beginning but how smartly you use it. So
Hmm.
it also teaches good life lessons.
What is your favorite documentary?
I like, have you ever watched Desert Flower? It's about a lady coming from African country, and it is just showing their weird culture. Like they are great culture, like in Africa, I know, like I respect all, but regarding women, it's about a woman who saw a lot of challenges back in her country and somehow managed to come to the United States and became a successful model.
Oh,
And it is about her life, the difficulties, the challenges she faced, and the traumas she had, and how she overcame all of this. So it is all about that lady. It's a good one.
I
I
never
also
have
like
heard of.
documentary about Margaret Thatcher because we have always heard about like how like Iron Ready, lady, sorry. Um, but when you watch the documentary, you also realize what she had to overcome to be that person. And I also like that documentary as well.
Awesome. What is your favorite food from Azerbaijan?
Well, I really like Three Sister Dolma. It is, yeah, like dolma, it is very, it is original to Turkic tribes. And you can have it in Turkey, in Azerbaijan, in different countries, but they all prepare it differently, the ingredients or whatever, but the name is the same. It is called dolma. Dolma means stuffed something. For
Oh.
example, yeah, it means stuffed, exactly. So the Three Sister dolma, it's like vegetables, eggplant, tomatoes, and peppers. They stuff it with ground meat and, like some other, I don't know, like different greens and other things. To be honest, I'm not sure whatever they put inside, but I love to eat it. And they serve it with Greek yogurt. So
Ooh,
yeah, it
really
is my
good.
favorite.
Sounds really good. What is your favorite quote or your motto or mantra you could say?
Oh, well, there are a lot of them depending on my mood, but yes, let me say, I wrote one down recently, and
Hmm.
I would say, if snow melts down to water, does it still remember being snow? So
Mm.
it is, a little bit how you just translate it. But what I understand it from, when you become something else, do you still remember your roots? It's something like that.
So important. So important to remember. What is your favorite hobby?
My favorite hobby, oh wow. I like trying new things, and
Mhm.
when I have free time, I like just going outside and taking some deep, fresh air.
Mhm.
Regarding the hobby, I don't know. Like, there is nothing that I can say I have been practicing for over my life.
Mhm.
But I like sometimes like dancing. I know like belly dancing. I
Oh.
used to do that a lot when I lived in the United States. But now,
Mhm.
unfortunately, I don't have time to practice it a lot. I also like ice skating, but I am not professional at it. Yeah, I also love spending time with my friends. So wherever they are heading to, I follow them.
Mhm.
So yeah, time, like spending quality time with my friends is really the important thing. And I would say it is my hobby for now.
And so with COVID, how has that been? How has been spending time with friends like?
Oh, well, I mean, because of the current, like this pandemic thing, it is really difficult to meet and, with bunch of your people. But we go to the restaurants or cafe, or we walk, or we drive bicycle together, ride a bike together. I don't know, like different things, or we go outside of the city to the
Mhm.
region and spend a night or two in those region, like maybe do hiking, these
Okay.
things.
What is a fun fact about you?
Well, about me, I don't know. Fun fact is, like, there is no fun fact about me, maybe.
That's a
Well,
fun
I am
fact.
the only child. I don't know
Oh.
if it's a fun fact or what, but it's a fact. And I was born after 5 years, so it is also a bit unusual for my country to have like one child after 5 years.
Mhm.
Many people, like many families here, they have two, max three children, but not more. Yeah, so I would say this is the fact.
Thank you. So why did you decide to join the Global Village program?
Well, when I heard about Global Village, I wanted to reunite with people all around the world, because such conferences and schools and camps, they all help you to come together with different people from different countries, and you learn more about their culture and tradition and their mindset and etc. And then like when you know about something, you start to respect them more. And I think like that is the important thing, because if you know a person from another country, you become friend, and maybe in like tomorrow you are in a position that you can help that country, or they can help you, and then you become like friends and allies, etc., etc. So yeah, I wanted to meet with new people. I wanted to revisit United States after 10 years. I also wanted to see my host family, and I wanted to experience American college life. So yes, all those, the like along with improving the leadership, teamwork, and other experiences, they all are there for me. That I want, that for those reasons I wanted to join the Global Village, and thanks to God, I was successful. But for last 2 years, it has been not that great that we couldn't come and unite there, but maybe next year.
Mm. And so if you do get to come next year, what is like one thing you're looking forward to or most looking forward to?
Well, other than attending the Global Village, you mean?
Yeah, like if you come to Lehigh, what is that one thing that you're like excited about?
Well, I am excited about all the things that the village is going to offer to all students, like meeting with new people, and meeting with people we know in person. For example, I have been talking to Wagner and I would love to see him in person. And along with the Lehigh activities, I'm really looking forward to go to Virginia and see my host family.
Awesome. And last question, is there anything you want to say to the Lehigh community?
Well, take good care of yourself. And I am very thankful that you have created such great opportunity for young people outside of the United States for the entire world. And you bring those students together, those people together, and help them to build long-lasting friendships. So, I mean, that's a great thing. And thank you for such opportunities.
Well, that's all the questions. Thank you so much, Nurana, for sitting with me today and answering these 23 questions. Just stay tuned for another episode of Keeping It Global.
Thank you very much, Yamelin. Have a great day.
Thank you.
Thank you. Bye.